every quarter or so I try and do a full fish room tour, and then in between those I try to do some breeding updates. So this week we're going to walk around the fish room down here and take a look at the breeding groups, some of the fry, see how everything's been going. Overall, I would say it's going pretty well. Not a crazy amount of new stuff to report since the last time I went through all these tanks, but some things have changed, some fish have moved around. Pretty much shutting down the crawl space grow out, which I'll talk about later, so that's a pretty big development. Can take a look. No new tanks or anything, just the 440 breeders here, the 610s, the 340 breeders here, the 255s, and the 33 long. So we will go around and through all of those. My most successful group by far recently has been the Xerox, and they're my most recent additions, but man, they have been just absolutely breeding like crazy. You'll see here in a minute. I've definitely got at least 2 males in there, maybe 3, and a good amount of females. That is the dominant male there. There's a lot of glare. Sometimes when I do this, I go around and try and turn off all the lights on all the other tanks, and honestly that's kind of a pain, and I feel like it takes away from what I'm trying to say, so I'm just going to leave all the lights on. There will be a little bit of glare, sorry. But honestly, this is about the most this guy's cooperated in one of these tours in a while, letting you see him, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, they've been breeding a lot. I'll show you here in a little bit. Over here, this is the divided 40 breeder. So this left side, there are some Mallory Sunshines. A couple, as you can see, a couple of really nice males. Some females, and then some ruby red females as well. Not really sure what I'm going to do with all of these fish. Probably not going to end up breeding them because I don't have a ruby red male. That's why I moved those females over. I was just kind of tired of keeping them by themselves. But those Mallory males, one of them will probably end up upstairs for sure in the display tank because they're really nice. In the middle, I have moved over my Star Sapphire, who is really starting to chip up. He hasn't put on a ton of size, but I've had him kind of isolated up in that 8-foot tank in the grow out system for a long time because he'd gotten beaten up in my old 90-gallon grow out tank upstairs. But he recovered pretty well, and now he's been chipping up. His fins still aren't great, but as you can see, I think he has a lot of potential, so I'm just going to keep him isolated. We'll see how that goes. Over here, if you remember, of course he's going to hide. You might remember from my, he was kind of on the other end of the grow out system. This is an F1 red shoulder, if you would focus. You know what, I'm going to pop on the bright lights. Whoa. See if I can't get him to come out. But he is my nicest. You can see the pheno a little better, and that Mallory. Whew. Really nice. Yeah, this was my best F1 red shoulder, and I decided to keep him. Hopefully he'll be able to go upstairs at some point. I want him to come out because he is just really nice. Let me scoot this back, see if I can't coax him forward a little bit. Might have to freak him out a little here. I just want you to be able to see because he's got fins that are just crazy. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you his dad here in a minute, but yeah, this guy's nuts. So anyways, I'm keeping him. At some point eventually I'll hopefully move him upstairs too. Down here, this is the Blue Neon group. They've kind of stopped breeding for me recently, and I don't know why. Don't know if maybe there's some disease or something weird going on in the tank, but breeder male is still really nice. And same deal with the Sunshines. This is my, for those of you who don't remember from past tours, this is F1 Sunshine. Benga Sunshine. It's just amazing, but yeah, they haven't really been breeding too much for me either. Just love this guy though. Getting lucky so far with a lot of these fish coming out to let you see them. Yeah. I like that guy a lot too. Alright. Move on over here. Okay, so there's the father of that fish I showed you a minute ago. This is my wild caught red shoulder. And he is still in here by himself. It's really hard to see him back there, but I'm just surprised because most of the time he hangs out in this pot over here. Come on. There we go. See him maybe a little better. Alright, he's starting to freak out a bit. This tank has some tumblers. There's only one going right now. It is Xerox. Got some breeder boxes. There are a couple of really small dragon bloods in there. There's some larger dragon bloods here. They've been doing pretty well for me. A handful of Azurus here. Above them, this is the Giselle group. It's looking like that guy in the back is a subdominant male. And these guys did breed for me, but only one time. So I don't know what's going on, but I mean, that's obviously a male right there. Really nice. Very nice looking fish. Just wish they'd kick it into gear. And the bottom is the Dragon Blood group. You can really get a good idea of how good this guy looks. And they've bred for me a number of times. You saw all those guys earlier. And you'll see, I'll show you the 10 gallons here in a minute. There's a bunch more. So when I was talking earlier about the Xerox, check out all these Xerox. Yeah. I don't know how many are in there. 100? I mean, it's a lot. And that's all from like a couple weeks span. Lot of Xerox that are going to be coming out of here eventually. Handful of Sunshines there. Some Blue Neons there. Oh, Bristlenose Pleco in there. Decided to come out and let you see her. Over here, this is the Azurus group that has never been very consistent breeders for me. You probably saw I do have a few fry. They bred not too long ago. But this male is really nice. And I have a bunch of females in there, but part of the problem is over time I've had so many females in this group, and just one by one they colored up. Turned out they were males. They were just small, and then they colored up, and it's like, okay, guess I just had a ton of Azurus males, which, you know, is fine unless you're trying to breed them. I'm seeing that I didn't do as good a job as I thought cleaning this glass. Sorry about that. Okay, this 55 is just a grow out, so a lot of fish in here. Man, there really is a lot of glare. Let me shut down a couple of these. So yeah, this is the 55 just random fish in here growing out. There's a Z-Rock, fluorescent, blue neon, dragon blood. There's some albino ruby reds in there. And then I've pulled a few, and this is, oh my gosh, this is really hard to see on camera, but pulled a few males out of the tubs. Can you see? That's a blue neon. That's really hard to see. I don't know. It's like on camera, it's just like impossible. These breeder nets are just nice. If I put all these males in one tank together, I've tried it before and they end up killing each other. So I just got these little males. Oh gosh, males that I've pulled out. And up above the 33 long is also a grow out. Got some venustus in there, some other random things. Another venustus. That tank's kind of scratched. It's the only tank that I have running right now that I didn't buy brand new. And then if I come over here to the 10 gallons, I gotta get a ladder, sorry. Scoot this light over. Man, I really did not do a good job on this glass. These are blue neons. These are Z-Rocks. So again, even more Z-Rocks in there. This tank is random stuff, so this is some Dragon Bloods, a couple OBs, more Dragon Bloods, and there's some Azurus in there too. So these, I'd say, actually these are probably not the largest Dragon Bloods I have. I've got one that's come out of here. I had like one initially. I had months and months where they wouldn't breed. I had one like small batch and I got one fish out of it that's in the tubs. But this is like the oldest of the successful Dragon Blood spawnings. And then those are some more from probably the second one. Let me move the ladder, sorry. These are, move the light too. There are some Giselle in here. This is like from my one successful Giselle spawn. There are also a couple of albino Eureka Reds that are back there somewhere. I can't see them. And then these are Sunshines. So yeah, I've had, quite a bit of breeding going on. It's been pretty good, but not super consistent out of everyone, although the Z-Rocks are seeming like they're going to be pretty consistent. So that is the main room. Let's go take a look at the tubs and see what's going on over there. Okay, so as you can see, I've taken some fish out of this crawl space grow out, and I did also mention that earlier. Two fish, big fish left back there. There's my old Sunshine breeder that is recovering from, I don't know what, had some fin damage even though he was only in there with females. I don't know what happened to him. Obviously also a lot of brown algae and pothos growing like crazy. Then there's a Dragon Blood, strawberry, whatever you'd want to call him, that got taken out of the 220, or it was the 125 at the time because he was beaten up. His fins still really haven't come back, but we'll see if that ever happens. Like I said, I'm selling this system. I said it in a couple videos in the past. Love the system. It works great. I'm just tired of crawling up in here, honestly. It's just annoying. That's pretty much it. Just tired of crawling up in here. So, if you're anywhere near Central Ohio and want a big aquaculture system to grow out fish that you're breeding, then let me know. So, not a lot of fish left in here either. I'm just really trying to cycle all these out of here. There is, let me see what I can catch out of here. Some females. Red shoulder females. in this side, and then I think there should be that one. Yeah, there's that one dragon blood I was talking about earlier that I've shown in here before. See if I can catch him. Well, buddy, if you crawl inside that rock, it's gonna make it real easy on me. I know that wasn't what you were planning, but it's gonna make it much easier on me to catch you. Pretty nice dragon blood there. So yeah, I do love this system. We're gonna move that guy out of here. We're gonna move all these fish out of here and shut it down and sell it. So, but you know, it's not something I can just shut down really quickly. You know, a lot of fish in here. It's a big system. So, and the other side is a lot of those males that were in those breeder nets that I pulled out of that side. So it should mostly be females in there. We'll see if any more color up. It was all blue neons, so do have some blue neons for sale if you guys want juvies. But for now, I'm going to be saying goodbye to this monster of a system. I guess that's about it for the breeding updates right now, guys. Thanks for hanging with me if you're watching the end of this. Always appreciated. Thanks so much for watching everything that I put out there. All the feedback is always really appreciated. Love to hear what you guys think about all this stuff, suggestions, and just general comments. It is always appreciated. So, thanks everyone. Until the next time, as always, have a good one.